Hello, this is Xavier Simmons with the KUTT Project. I'm a musician, and we're at the Greenberg Public Library. I chose this place because the architecture is beautiful, and libraries, period. There's books. I'm an introvert, so I love to just be in my own space, and what better place to be surrounded than my books or guitars, but right now we're books.
Her eyes would suggest.
You know, when people hear my music, they don't know how to describe it, and for a while I didn't either. I don't really try to, but two phrases that I've just stumbled upon is acid R&B and acid blues.
A cluster of women performing cunnilingus.
I want everyone to listen to it. The only ones who can stomach it are people who intelligent, because the subject matter is pretty dense.
Okay.
So you're not gonna, if you think small, you're just not gonna relate to it.
Of course.
It's gonna aggravate you.
Of course, yeah. So would you say like teenagers, maybe late teenagers, someone who's 13 is probably still kind of getting into it or getting their feet wet into the open-mindedness, I guess.
It's possible. Then you have some people who are pretty developed.
That's true. That's very true.
Yeah.
At a young age.
Yeah.
So.
But overall, though, yeah, late teens, mid-teens. Nobody wanted to play with me. This is funny.
When you're starting off,
yeah,
you found it more difficult when you were first starting to find other people to play with, or
yeah, because no one, especially in my immediate circle, who, you know, we grew up listening to all hip hop, so I'm the first guy. I'm like, yeah, man, I play guitar now. Like, what? No, get out of here. Get out of here. You know, and the people who did play guitar, who had been playing for like 10 years, I'm like, hey man, I started playing, you want to play with me? They're like, yeah, well, you know, we'll set something up. And nothing ever happens. I'm like, you know what, okay, I'm gonna learn how to do everything. Piano, guitar, bass, all of it, so I never have to depend on anyone.
That's good.
Yeah. I don't know where it's going. I don't know where it'll be a year from now, but I'm more focused on the music.
Yeah.
Setting a mood.
It's good.
Yeah.
All you need is another hit. You swear to get clean for good. Yeah, bullshit. You and I both know that really, you'll be back in a week though, because you're a junkie. No one loves you except for the honey in the needle. 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 The honey in the needle.
What have I got, Harry?
It's like when I'm working on a project, it's the most painful and, you know, cathartic at the same time. It takes the longest because I'm taking these experiences that have happened to me and some things that I don't want to remember, but they just won't stop nagging at me, you know, and sleeping or awake or just everyday life won't leave me alone. So I have to write about them. It was difficult, to say the least, with my parents. Of course, my dad, you know, was an ass, domineering, narcissistic, but my mom, and I even told her about this years later. I resented her for a while that she didn't. That she didn't stand up for me.
Wow.
she was pretty quiet. So as a young boy growing up, I was like, okay, that image became the standard on how I view women. They were. I feel like even saying this, but you know, this was what this was my mentality. Like
Past tense.
yeah, past tense. Like weak or wanted to take advantage, not physically, no, but to be like emotionally manipulative. You know, just to channel that hurt. Like I hurt someone else, you know, and especially my dad, who was, you know, very womanizing, misogynistic, and a lot of that rhetoric, even when he was saying it to me, I threw out. But some of it, yeah, no problem. But some of it, I did carry.
Yeah.
But working through now, so.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
You call it suffering because you don't understand why it's happening. But don't worry.
My father influenced my music. Not in a professional way. He hasn't helped in any way. You know, that's. But as a parent, yeah, you know, just talking about what it was like growing up in the home. Yeah. A few weeks ago, I had a meltdown, and I said, for so long, I've been smiling, you know, grinning. I'm fine. I don't want anyone to know this is what I'm going through. I saw how hurt, like how broken I was, and I kept trying to mend it, pouring into things, you know, empty relationships, porn, or hell, even music, you know, eating. I developed and still struggle with, you know, an eating disorder, you know, struggling, binge eating, you know, and a friend of mine a year ago, she said over dinner, and it's one of those things, like, you know, you speak to someone only like once or twice while you went to high school, then you magically meet up again later down the line. She said, you know, what I found so funny about you that I'm seeing now, you were so kind, but I thought there must be something going on. And they say that the people who are the kindest or smile the hardest are hurting the most, because they don't want anyone else to feel what they do.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Like with the eating disorder thing, it's so strange. Like I was irresponsible with my body. I abused it, and it taught me to have compassion for myself. It kindness. That what I'm going through, we're all connected in a sense. Like just because I'm going through something, someone else might be feeling that as well. I don't know. I know there are some things that I'm forgetting that it did teach me, even though there was some negative. But you take something from everything.
Yeah. So you're glad you went through that.
Yeah,
to get to where you are now.
Exactly. It was my breaking. You know, like everyone has something that is going to change them, or something that they battle with, that just keeps them going. Listen, I'm for me today. You know, honestly, I just don't know.